opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New York Jets and the Philadelphia Eagles. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And they'll begin on the ground with Gainwell. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. This defense for the Jets, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll set up to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. So, Charles, this game number 2 in the NFL career, this rookie quarterback, his guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, they're looking at him to see how he's going to handle things, and they like the fact that he's not blaming other people, because I thought he struggled. The only thing that's going to help him, though, reps. No matter how many big games you played in college, how well you do in practice, the reps in the real games, that's when you begin to grow as a quarterback.
The Eagles had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road, but now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
It'll go as a gain of 4. 3rd and 7 now.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Throwing is Hurts. The Sanders has got it complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line. To give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
There it is, a staple of most teams' playbooks, the angle route. A lot of times you want to take away that inside route by a back, but when they sell it like he's going to the flat, that is tough on inside linebackers. One false step, and that ball's completed.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. On the counter, it's Gainwell. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Here's Hurts to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 23. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Mond. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I see you nodding your head because it's pretty obvious what they're trying to do there on the drain. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards short of the game. Leads to 4th down. Great first drive defensively. 3rd and short, able to stop the run.
And what it does is it gives not just confidence to your defensive players, it gives an overall feeling of, okay, we've established things here early. We can carry this throughout the game.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Pulled in at the 24. Able to slither by. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man. It's Brown. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pass caught. It's been Skoranek. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 34-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That'll be complete to Sermon. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 18. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the 1st down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Oh, Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he's in for a Davis touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to extend their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Mon going to throw it. Open man here is Conklin. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
It's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because of the drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Mon. And he finds Corey Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
They go play action here. Mon. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Okay, ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Here we go. Focus, boys. Focus.
And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Bond looks to throw. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. They'll look to throw again. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 10-0 lead, you figure they won't try to do anything foolish here. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing is Hurts. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Ready?
They'll throw now on the final play. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Kamara gets it again on second down. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down at about the length of the football.
Hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On third down, here's Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
They still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Again, it's Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. On 1st and 10, here's Mon. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And this is caught. Touchdown. Garrett Wilson. 39 yards. And the Jets are back within a score. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line. So the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
That would complete to Skoranek. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
11 more on that one, and another first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Right back to Sanders on first down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
And not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Straight ahead, it's Gainwell. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now they'll run it on the toss. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you've just watched your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
On 2nd and 7, Mond. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Over the middle to Smith. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second and 5. On the draw, here's Sanders. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Hurts. Out route pass complete to Goddard. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, but he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment and shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
And he'll be out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, or probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Sanders fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that would look like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Time to see what this offense has left in the tank. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now left side on the swing pass. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work in your tackle. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Mond. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away. Incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gotten this well in this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
Ready. Right through. On the ball. On the ball.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Mond. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Jets triumph, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. A give running right is Gainwell. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle here to Brown. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? Not like any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Hurts with a quick throw, complete. Touchdown! Great effort there. His first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This uses motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. I remember throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get 4 points. Not to the safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. It's going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford any more at this point. This is taken at the 18, and he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because, you know, those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. That second down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The Eagles send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time in. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Ridiculous, take him out! Ready?
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. That really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now.